Okay, wait, before I start, I want to make sure we are streaming live into Facebook.
We are live. Go,
We
go,
are
go,
live
go,
in the
go.
channel. Okay, look, sometimes. Okay, so today what we're really going to be talking about is how pros like Oprah, now let me just click us live here, how pros like Oprah use giving to amplify their wealth. Because sometimes you feel like we need to hold on to all our money, right? You know, when you don't have much, or sometimes when you do. But there's this universal law of giving that basically says if you want to grow your wealth from the limitations that are currently in you, you've got to get into a mindset of intentional giving and investing. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Sounds awesome. I know. I'm Krista Valanti. I'm here with my partner, Laura Chattington, and we are the founders of Offer Accelerator Live. So we help business owners go from the traditional dollars per session, like a low ticket model, to high ticket model offers, and share with them high value clients and share them with high value clients without all that sleazy, salesy selling. How you doing, Laura?
Yeah, I'm really good, and I'm really looking forward to this because we're going to try something a bit different today because we've been thinking about universal laws, and there's the law of giving, which is actually a law. There's so many laws. When you start looking into law, there's so many laws.
There's so many, isn't there?
There's so many universal laws, and I think the principle of why we're sort of bringing it into what we're doing is when you start paying attention to universal laws, you realize that you've been like swimming up against them and not following them. And then you wonder why things aren't working as well as you thought, right? So we were thinking that actually by like bringing the universal laws into what we're talking about, that would be helpful for people who are like working on their businesses and themselves and things like that. So today, the universal law is from this dude's book, which I know he's very famous. Can you see that? Deepak Chopra.
Yep.
And it's the 7 spiritual laws of success. And do you know what, Krista? I bought this book. I must have bought it 20 years ago.
Wow.
I read it a few times. I remember reading it when I was younger, maybe 15 years ago, maybe don't like to count the years, but I read it a few times. But you know, when reading it, you read things again and they mean different things, and then different things happen in your life, and it means different stuff. So the law of giving, the law could also be called the law of giving and receiving, which I love, right? Because the universe operates through dynamic exchange. And nothing is static. Nothing is static. Your body is in a dynamic and constant exchange with the body of the universe. Your mind is dynamically interacting with the minds of the cosmos, and your energy is an expression of cosmic energy. Now, I know this might sound a bit woo-woo to you. I know it doesn't sound woo-woo to you, Krista.
No.
But it can, like, woo-woo in the suit.
Yeah.
Woo-woo in the suit.
Laura is woo-woo in the suit.
So whether you're woo-woo or in a suit or not woo-woo, whatever, the universal laws you kind of want to flow with, I think. So the flow of life is nothing other than the harmonious interactions of all the elements and forces that structure the field of existence. This harmonious interaction of elements and forces in your life operates as the law of giving, right? Because your body and your mind and the universe are in constant dynamic exchange. Stopping the circulation of energy is like stopping the flow of blood.
That's right. That's right.
You can comment whenever you want. Makes sense, right? So whenever blood stops flowing, it begins to clot and stagnate.
Yes.
That is why you must give to receive in order to keep wealth and affluence, or anything you want in life, circulating in your life.
Yeah, I love that. And it kind of goes back to what you said yesterday in regard when you gave the river and the pond analogy, you know, the constant flow of energy as opposed to something staying stagnant and still.
Yeah, it does. They're all kind of interlinked, right? And we're going to read it more from the book a bit later.
Yeah.
But there was this show, like Oprah. So she's like a billionaire. Yeah. She's a billionaire, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And a super success. And everyone knows Oprah's story, knows a bit of it anyway. And she is like probably one of the loveliest ladies in the world, and she's so everyone thinks she's awesome because she is. She's awesome, but she is also a shrewd business lady.
Yeah.
Okay, which is why she's a billionaire. And actually, I'm sure she's so in tune with all the universal laws. She's like,
yes.
And just to give you an example of giving, like. On her show, and I think it was a book. She was doing her show, and they were reviewing a book, and she has a book group, doesn't she? And anyone who can get their book on her book group sells millions of copies, right? And what she's doing in the show is that she's given a book to everyone in the audience. So that giving.
Yeah, I remember watching one of her shows, and she gave a car to everybody in the audience.
Right. Now, is she doing it because she's just really, really nice? Yes and no, right? She is really nice, but actually she understands the law of reciprocation and the law of giving. Because if you give, you'll receive. And the more you give, the more you receive back. And you don't have to, you don't have to give a car to get a car value back.
It's funny. When I was studying all the laws, Laura, there was something, and there was one of my mentors said to me, like, imagine, like, point at someone that you are actually going to give something to. And I'm like, you're pointing him. He goes, you're pointing, and it's one finger, just one finger. That's a thumb. But there's 3 fingers pointing back at you. So that's what's happening in your life. When you give once, it comes back threefold.
3 times. Yeah. Start pointing, start giving.
Yes.
So so that's exactly what she's doing. She's given a car. Imagine what the 3 fingers she gets back.
I
know. Which is cool. You don't have to give a car to every one of your clients to get anything back. You don't have to give it or whatever.
To provide value.
When you're a pro and you understand that the universe operates in this dynamic exchange and giving intentionally, and I think the key word is intentional.
Intentional giving, yes.
Will create abundance circling in your life. And pros like Oprah are looking for opportunities to do that, to give intentionally.
Well, it's like she built her whole success based on practicing that exact notion on intentional giving, and that just amplified her wealth considerably, and not just money, in every facet of her life.
And actually, the world, the society. I'm always banging on about society, but society kind of makes you feel like as we're conditioned to like want to hold on to stuff. You're right. It's like the river and the pond.
Yeah, or coming from a place of lack because you're scared that there's.
But actually, by giving, we're sort of conditioned by that. But actually, it's the opposite, right? It's the opposite. By giving, giving intentionally means that it's going to come back threefold. I wish I had more fingers, Chrissa.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, so it's like scarcity versus having an abundance mindset. So we can't hold on to everything because otherwise that's fear-based. That's a scarcity mindset. And we can block that energy flow that you're talking about, that flow of abundance.
Yeah. So Deepak, our best buddy, he says the word affluence comes from the root word affluere, which means to flow to. You're like predicting it. It's like I read you this before, but I haven't, have I? The word affluence means to flow in abundance. And money is really a symbol of the life energy we exchange and the life energy we use as a result of the service we provide to the universe. Another word for money is currency, which also reflects the flowing nature of energy. And the word currency comes from the Latin word carere. I don't know any Latin, so I don't know if that's pronounced right, which means to run, to flow. So therefore, if we stop the circulation of money, if our only intention is to hold on to money and hoard it, since it is life energy, we will stop its circulation back into our lives as well. Right? It's exactly, you know, and so Oprah's like flow, give, here's a car, here's a book, here's an apartment. And actually it says, we should have read this one yesterday, Chrissa, in order to keep the energy coming to us, we have to keep the energy circulating like a river.
There you go.
I must have been reading this subconsciously in my sleep. Money must keep flowing, otherwise it begins to stagnate, to clog, to suffocate, and strangle its very own life force.
Wow.
Circulation keeps it alive and vital. So every relationship is one of give and take, giving and receiving. You know, it says it engenders, and I don't even know what that means, Chrissa, but I'm sure it's a what comes up must come down, what goes out must come back. In reality, receiving is the same as giving, because giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of energy in the universe. And if you stop the flow of either, you interfere with nature's intelligence.
Yeah, wow. I've studied a lot of Deepak Chopra, and he has the ripple effect where your act of giving can inspire others to give as well, and it creates this form of ripple effect.
That is exactly what Oprah's doing, right? That is what Oprah's doing. She's giving on TV to everyone in the audience, and then the whole TV audience at home are going, "I want that book." So they're going to buy it. So she drops the link. I mean, it's marketing, right? She drops the link, and then millions of copies get sold. And she makes a commission. It's like she's just an affiliate marketer, really, in the end. Right?
Exactly.
That's this amazing audience. So she gives to the audience, and then the TV audience flow that wealth back to her. Right? It's freaking awesome.
It is
what she does.
Yes.
I'm trying to skip. So the best way to put the law here, Deepak, our buddy, our bestie, the best way to put the law of giving into operation to start the whole process of circulation is to make a decision that anytime you come into contact with anyone, you will give them something. Right. Now, it doesn't have to be in the form of material things. It could be a flower, a compliment, or a prayer.
And the key, really, Deepak, what it's saying is that it's intentional giving. The key is to give with intention.
Yeah.
It's your time, money, resources, giving with purpose, and having a positive mindset that can keep you to attract more abundance into your life. So it's intentional giving.
I'm just skipping. So make a decision to give wherever you go, to whomever you see. As long as you're giving, it could be a prayer, it could be a flower, it could be anything. As long as you're giving, you will be receiving. The more you give, the more confidence you will gain in the miraculous effects of this law. And as you receive more, your ability to give more will also increase. Oprah style, right?
Yeah, wow.
Our true nature is this. I like this bit. Our true nature is one of affluence and abundance. We are naturally affluent because nature supports every need and desire. We lack nothing because our essential nature is one of pure potentiality and infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities. Therefore, you must know that you are already inherently affluent, no matter how much or how little money you have, because the source of all wealth is the field of pure potentiality. It is the consciousness that knows how to fulfill every need, including joy, love, laughter, peace, harmony, and knowledge. If you seek these things first, not only for yourself, but for others, all else will come to you spontaneously.
Isn't that amazing? I live my life in this way, Laura.
I do as well, but I didn't realize that I didn't realize what I was doing. Really, he writes so well, doesn't he? In such a. So do you want to know how to apply the law of giving, Deepak style?
Yes, tell us.
It's funny, it's conscious. You said it, Chris. It's like conscious, intentional, because actually, and it's like what we were talking about yesterday, in that by doing it intentionally, you can flow it into the areas of your life where you want to receive, right? And it doesn't have to be money. It could be love. It could be friendship. It could be partnership. It could be health. It could be well-being. You know what I mean? It could be anything.
Absolutely.
So intentionally, it could be education.
Yeah.
Seem to be giving a lot of money to my teenagers. Yeah. So, summer holidays here, so it's like teenagers are all around. So, so I will put the law of giving into effect by making a commitment to take the following steps. Okay. Number 1.
Yeah.
Wherever I go and whoever I encounter, I will bring them a gift. The gift may be a compliment. I said I didn't give you a compliment before we got on this thing, Chris. I'll take what I said back. And say, I actually said it as a compliment, but anyway, I will give something to everyone I come into contact with, and so I will begin the process of circulating joy, wealth, and affluence in life and in the lives of others. That just puts you on a whole different status, doesn't it?
It does. It lifts your vibrationally lifts your energy up.
So today, number 2, I will gratefully receive all the gifts that life has to offer me. I will receive the gifts of nature, sunlight, and the songs of birds singing, or spring showers, or the first snow of winter. We're also open to receiving from others, whether it is in the form of material gift, money, and a compliment, or a prayer. And step 3, I will make a commitment to keep wealth circulating in my life by giving and receiving life's most precious gifts, the gifts of caring, affection, appreciation, and love. Each time I meet someone, I will silently wish them happiness, joy, and laughter.
That's beautiful, Laura. I use that in the health space when I was coming back from university, and the transformation was phenomenal. And it's like the psychology of this whole reciprocation, this law of giving, because it's funny, like when you naturally feel people feel a natural sense of obligation to reciprocate when they receive something, and sometimes even it can be subconscious because you've felt it, that energy, transference of energy between you and them is so powerful that they feel obligated to reciprocate, and that is why I believe that giving can lead to increased support, loyalty, business success, all
money flow,
like it's
love, energy, health, welfare, everything. So when you're we could talk about this for hours, and maybe we should do another stream where we talk about how you used it in your adversity, because you've applied this law in such amazing ways that I think we should do one. We're gonna do the next one we do on the giving thing. You're gonna tell your story about. So come back and watch it, because the story is amazing. But that's a cliffhanger. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're not going to tell you what she did. But all I'm going to say is she came back from terminal cancer twice using these principles. So when you're a pro, like Oprah and Chrissa, you understand that the universe operates through this dynamic exchange, and giving intentionally will create abundance like circulating in life. So a pro is looking for opportunities and areas that they can give. So when you release your fortune will increase. And no matter where, in all areas of your life, it's so beautiful. I love it. The book is Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. So that's it.
You guys awesome catching up, Laura.
I'll tell you what, actually, before we go, Chrissa, just like anyone who's watching this, just comment and tell us what are the areas that you're giving in with intention? What are
With
the areas
intention,
that you're doing with intention?
Yeah, I'd love to read them. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay.